Alright, W.E.B. Du Bois created the term double consciousness. I'm going to define it in terms of how I understand it. And double consciousness, right, is the ability that blacks in America must strive to obtain, not just the men, the women. And what it is is developing a persona, one persona that you can take with you wherever you go. Meaning, you are the same person when you are in a boardroom with your white coworkers, and you are the same person when you're with your boys in the barbershop or you're with your girls in the nail salon. Right? You are the same person. The only thing that changes is the content of your message. So your delivery, your style of dress, your approach, the way you conduct yourself, nothing changes other than your message. Right? Of course, you're not going to talk about what happened to your homegirl in a corporate meeting. And of course, you're not going to talk about, business-related issues with your homegirls. Right? That's content. But your delivery, your style, your mannerisms are the same. Right? It's, creating that persona that you have. An example of this, in my opinion, is Obama. I'm not, very political. I don't really care for politics. But, I do like Obama. I like his person. I like who he is because, in my eyes, he is a prime example of what double consciousness is. Right? And that's what I respect about him. If he's addressing the country, or if he's addressing, a group of African Americans or black men, his style of dress is the same. His vocabulary usage is the same. Nothing changes other than the content of his message. Right? That's what double consciousness is. That's why people respect him. That's why he probably is the first black politician to cross over where he gets respect from both black people and white people and everybody in between. He's not deemed as a sellout, nor is he deemed as, a typical ignorant, black male in America. He's above all that. Right? That's what it means to be double conscious. And a prime example of someone who doesn't have a double conscious, and I didn't really expect him to have one anyways. I'm gonna say Lil Wayne. All right, there's a show on ESPN called First and 10. It's a debate show where they, you have two sides. Excuse me, I'm getting over a sore throat. But anyways, you have two sides, and they're both arguing over current events in sports, right? And they have a mediator, and they, take a positive stance or a negative stance on a certain topic related to sports. So they had Lil Wayne on the show, and the person he was arguing against was a white guy named Skip Bayless. He's an educated white guy, right? Very opinionated. That's just how he is. So they had Lil Wayne on the show, right? Lil Wayne was in, what was he in? I think he was in like a sweater vest. He had his locks pulled back. He had glasses on. His mannerisms changed up. And I'm like, yo, right? I really can't respect this cat anymore. I really can't. Because if this was anywhere else, right, if this was BET, or, we were dealing with other black people, the motherfucker would have been high or drunk. Locks would have been down. He would have been in a t-shirt, jeans falling off his ass. But he stepped his game up. The vocabulary he was using was proper. And I know it's ESPN, but like, what happened? What happened, Lil Wayne? Where'd you go? What happened? You switched up. Right? You can act hard as hell in front of black folks, but you change your whole style and demeanor. Your tail pretty much goes between your legs now that you're on ESPN and you're in front of white men. Right? That's what you call not having a double consciousness. His persona only works in one category in terms of dealing with just black people. That's where his persona works. He doesn't have one if he's outside of that realm. That's a lack of double consciousness. And so the point in this video is to urge people not to waver. You shouldn't have to make a big jump in terms of who you are when you're kicking it with your boys or your family, and when you're at work dealing with your coworkers and your bosses and your supervisors or your clients. There shouldn't be this big jump in terms of who you are, because that's how you get lost, right? That's why the black community is polarized, because you have some who are, you know what, completely proactive. I shun, you know, even dealing with issues dealing with black people, and you have certain people who are just completely on the black side simply because they're afraid that they're going to lose themselves and not know who they are. It has nothing to do with any hatred or resentment to white America. It's fear. It's fear that they're not going to be able to be as confident as they are in their own community. That's what it is. So the dudes on the block not doing much is not because, you know, of, I don't want to say, oh, because they're not accepted, because of this and that. They're afraid. They are scared because they're not sure how to act. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to look, and they don't know how to, you know, come back to the community, you know, and be the same person. Like, they're all screwed up in the head. It's not as pronounced in black women, simply because the stereotypes aren't as polarizing, but it still needs to, you know, be considered amongst black women as well. So let me know how you feel. You know, if you feel differently or if you have a different definition, you know, let me know. I mean, this is just how I interpret it. Take it easy.